Nick, would you pay
Yes.
Dak Prescott a big long-term contract with the Dallas Cowboys?
Hunter, how many years has Dak Prescott been the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys?
He's been a starting quarterback for 4 years.
For 4 years. How many
Yep.
playoff wins does Dak Prescott have?
Do you believe that is a big zero?
Gotcha. How many playoff appearances?
What, two,
Okay.
three?
I believe it's actually three.
Okay, three.
But yeah. So I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
To me, he's another like Kirk Cousins that can just. He's got a great arm. He's accurate. He gets his numbers, but he's not a winner in the postseason, and that's
Mm.
really all that matters.
I
And
tell you,
if the Cowboys want to be good enough to make the playoffs almost every year, almost win the division every year, and that's enough for them, then give Dak Prescott a 6-year contract worth $200 million. But if they want a championship quarterback, they need to try something else. They franchise tag him next year. Maybe he'll turn it around. We'll see. But they need to try another quarterback, maybe in the draft. They can trade up and see if there's another championship caliber quarterback out there, Hunter. Because Dak Prescott clearly is not championship caliber. He is another Kirk Cousins. He's not even Kirk Cousins. Actually, Kirk got a solid win last year in the postseason away. Overtime game is clutch. Whatever. The Saints game is all that matters. And he had a good win there. Dak Prescott, nada, can't do shit. So postseason quarterback is what they need, and they don't have one. And Dak Prescott so far is not the guy. Do not pay him, Jerry Jones. He's going to pay him. He should not though.
he's going to pay him. Well, Nick, I'm going to stop you right there because you talking shit about Kirk Cousins. And may I mind you, like you said, he is a playoff winning quarterback. Just saying.
Wow, he's got
But,
so many wins under his belt. I mean,
but
it's crazy.
anyway, to me, he's a Tony Romo. He puts up the numbers, he gets the wins, but he is missing that clutch ability. I get it. He cannot win in the postseason, just like Tony Romo could not. He wins in our hearts all the time, but he cannot win in the
So
postseason.
sincere.
I mean,
Wow.
it is. You're welcome, Tony. But I get it. But you're telling me they're going to trade up from pick 17 to get either Joe Burrow, who's not getting, he's going to go to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's already said that. He will be a
Yep.
Cincinnati Bengal. To get Tua, who honestly, I like Alabama, and I don't want to draft Tua. Alabama quarterbacks are not proven. You've seen that time and time again.
Oh,
Tua's good.
AJ.
He's really good, but I wouldn't do it. Or get Justin Herbert, which is probably going to fall back to pick 30, 31, maybe be a first round,
God,
probably a
I
second
hope
round
so.
pick.
That would be great.
I'm not sold on Justin Herbert. Or you could wait on Jake Fromm. I mean, exactly. The quarterbacks in the draft, besides the first two, maybe only the first one, it's not solid in my opinion. You've got Dak
That's
Prescott, who is
that's
proven.
first off. That's far fetched for going.
But
It's a great quarterback draft
I
class.
I get it, but they're not proven. Dak Prescott has shown he is successful in the NFL. He puts up the numbers. He's got great numbers, amazing numbers. It will blow you away.
Okay,
Granted, he's got an offensive line that's built for success. He's got a running back who is overpaid but gets the job done. He's got two of the
good receiving core.
good receiving core, which they
Defense
just
is
paid,
solid.
Amari Cooper, phenomenal contract.
I
But they
know.
have had a lackluster in coaching ability and coaching staff the past couple of years. So you could also put that on coaches as well. To
And
me,
like
Dak Prescott puts up the numbers. He gets the regular season wins. He just needs to get over that little hump and get the playoff wins, which matters. I see him winning the division a couple more times at least in the next couple of years. Because honestly, who do you got competing with?
Jeez,
The
I
Eagles, who
mean,
are
Hunter,
mid.
that's all that matters, right? Is that they
No,
win their
but you
division.
got to get to the playoffs, and to get to the playoffs, you got to win the division. So that's step one.
But no
Um,
one doubts that they can win the division because they have a good team.
They do. They
That's a
got
team thing.
They got Mike
Getting to the
McCarthy,
playoffs is
which
a team thing. Winning the playoff games, that's where your special players come out. Okay, that's where you put good to great, and he's just good. He's not great, and great quarterbacks are able to win playoff games.
okay. So who would you get rather than Dak Prescott right now?
Well, first off, I would tell you Tua Taco blah, 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 okay,
Yep.
mainly because he is proven. I don't care if it's college. He is a championship at the national stage, coming in the fourth quarter as a backup, proving himself. I don't care if he throws different because he's a lefty and this and that. The guy is a winner. He's a winner. That's what the Cowboys need. They need a winning quarterback that
He is
can
a
do
winning
it
quarterback.
in the postseason. Okay, look at what Tua did, and you can't be more clutch than that. The guy won a championship in the second half as a backup quarterback. That is what they need. They need someone like Tua that can come in, doesn't matter how the game's going, and win the football game in the postseason when it matters most. I don't care how hurt he was. I don't care about the injuries he has. When that dude is on, he is the best quarterback in college football right now. That's the guy to go after. They need to trade up. I don't even know what pick they have. Honestly, it's probably
17.
mid-pack. Yeah,
Who are they going to trade up to get to pick 2? Because
whatever they
honestly,
need.
you can't trust the
Whatever they need
Redskins.
trade.
Ron has said that he might get Tua at the second pick. Will it happen? Probably not. But he said that he might get Tua as a second pick. So who are you going to give the Redskins? You're not going to give them Zeke. They've got like
Why
4
not?
running backs, starting caliber running backs. Who are you going to give them? Another
Yeah,
offensive
because
lineman?
all the running backs are so great. AP is like 1,000 years old.
Darius Geis,
Geis is
Bryce
what has
Love,
Geis done?
second year. They're
He's
both starting caliber running backs though, behind a
look.
decent offensive line.
If they want to start winning football again, if they want to be champions again, want to be playoff successful playoff team, excuse me, they need someone like Tua to win those games. Heck, I'll just go ahead and say it. There's a free agent out there. I don't know how he's still a free agent. I know he's injury prone, but right now he's really healthy. He's your boy. Cam Newton could lead the Cowboys to some playoff wins over Dak Prescott. You know why, Hunter? Because he's done it already.
I
The
don't think he
guy's
fits that
made it to
scheme.
the Super Bowl. He's a guy that can take them and win playoff games and put them at championship level.
I
Dak
do agree with you.
Prescott is just like you said. I like the Tony Romo. You got to throw in Kirk Cousins. He only has like 1 or 2 playoff wins in his whole career. That type of quarterback. Cam Newton, if he's healthy, can be that guy. So,
I
and
get
the
it.
same thing to me applies to Tua. So, you know, Cam Newton, Tua, these are guys that are championship contenders, and they can push the Cowboys to the next level. Not Dak Prescott.
Look, and this is my only argument. All right, so I do like the Cam Newton pickup. I would
Well, of
like
course
Cam
you
Newton.
do.
Cam Newton would be a phenomenal. I mean, I don't know if he fits the scheme very well, but they could definitely change that
Or
scheme
around
around
it.
to fit him.
Yeah.
Cam Newton would be a great quarterback, and they would do some
Mm-hmm.
damage in the postseason if he went to Dallas. Cam
I know.
Newton is going to be killer next year.
I agree.
But as a franchise quarterback standpoint, you got somebody who's what? Dak Prescott is 26 years old compared to Cam Newton, who's 31, I do believe, or 32. Dak is coming up on his contract. You could pay him for another 6 years. I wouldn't go massive contract, but I would give him. I mean, he doesn't deserve like fucking Patrick Mahomes money or what Patrick Mahomes will get or Russell Wilson money, but he needs a good starting franchise quarterback salary. The only problem I have with either drafting a quarterback, you're not going to trade up to get another quarterback. I'm not sold on Justin Herbert. I wouldn't get him. And you're not going to trade up to go and get Tua at like
Okay.
pick 2 to pick 5. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
So, and there's no free agent out there besides Cam, but
Okay.
still
Well,
to-
guess what? They
to
have.
get that. No.
They've already tagged him. Okay, franchise tag. So they already have 1 more year.
Yep.
The year after that, let him go. All right. Then use the offseason to move up in the draft. They could. Jerry Jones is not a complete idiot. He's done crazy stuff before in the draft to get all these crazy picks.
Yeah.
We know what he did in the '90s to go to Emmitt Smith and all them. He could
That was
easily
Jim Johnson.
whatever. He could easily draft Trevor Lawrence next year. Jerry Jones
He's
could
not going
make that massive trade. He could.
He's
He
not
could.
going to though. Jerry Jones is a fucking
We're
idiot. I've said
we're
it
not
time and
saying
time
what
again.
he's
He's a
gonna do.
retard.
We're asking what
God.
we're saying what he should do with Dak Prescott, and he should let him walk after next year and move on, or start in this draft, or pick up Cam Newton.
I don't like it. I would rather stick with Dak Prescott, who is a winning quarterback. He hasn't really proven it in the playoffs yet, but give it time. He will. He'll do some damage in the
On
playoffs.
what proof though do you have? Because he's had the team can't get much better than what
Okay.
he's had at the
All right.
start of his career, and he still can't
When
win.
they went 14-2 or some bullshit like that,
12-4.
They lost to the Packers
14-3.
on a fucking field goal 54 yards away with time
Okay.
running down. And the score, I'm pretty sure, was like 37-34 or 37-36, something like that. So Dak put up fucking points. It's the defense that blew it. The other two games, I don't really know. I can't remember what they were. But he puts up points. He is successful. His stats prove it. He's got a good team this year. He had a good team last year.
And the year
Defense
before
is
that,
shaky.
and the year before that, he had a great
The
team.
defense was shaky a little bit. I like Dak Prescott. Instead of taking a risk, getting somebody in the draft at like fucking Justin Herbert or below, or higher technically, or getting somebody in free agency that's not proven. I mean, you could get Cam, but why? You don't need him. You got Dak right there. I would just stick with Dak. Dak's a good franchise quarterback. It's a safe, steady pick. I just keep Dak.
No,
Wouldn't pay him all that fucking money that he wants. I mean, hopefully
I gotta disagree with you.
because he's not going to get any money going anywhere else. Honestly, I don't. The Cowboys are the best pick for him. Fine, you disagree. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not hurt about it.
Look, if he just
Fine,
wants to
Tyler.
win games and regular season and put up stats, he can go to L.A. play for the Chargers. He'll put up great numbers there.
They're not
They
going to
won't
pay
win any
him,
playoff games, but they'll put up great numbers there.
and he knows they ain't going to pay him. Anthony Lynn is a stingy motherfucker when it comes to money. You saw that with Melvin Gordon. I mean, I love it. I love that type
That's
of GM.
great. It's a
I
running
love
back. Running backs aren't worth all that much money.
Right.
That's a different conversation.